Well, we are all set for tip-off here. Big sold-out crowd on a Sunday afternoon. And it is Bristol Flyers that win the opening tip.
Yeah, and as always, Joel, that rebounding battle, it's going to be crucial in this game. Flyers grabbing that offensive board early.
Anderson on the wing, knocks it down. Brody comes over to help. Martin inside. Oh my goodness! It's denied by Darnell Brody and Yoakum the other end. No foul given in transition. Here's Carey, screen from Martin. Still with Carey, hesitates. Nice move, thought about fading away. Does shoot the mid-range two and splashes it for Leicester's first two of the game.
Yeah, good composure there from Carey. Come all over him. Soft roll out of the fingers.
Anderson downhill, lefty layup to go. And Joe Anderson he likes this matchup here. Carey doing it all by himself, can't get it to go. Chases down the rebound though. Battle fakes the three, takes the three, makes the three. And Raekwon Battle, highlights from this first half, and Raekwon Battle was really at the Wise campus when these two teams first met. Knocked down a couple of back-to-back threes in that first quarter as Anderson with the turnaround hook off the glass.
How will he do that? I mean, we used to always say when he just plays, he just seems to kind of show no emotion, but he's really, it feels like...
Finds Battle. Screen comes from Carey. Battle for three, knocks it down again. Couple of back-to-back threes.
So fearless on offense. Battle again, stroking that three.
Here's Yoakum at the other end. He knocks down a three.
You know, the fans took to Evan Walsh, and just a really good talent to bring back.
There he is with the ball. Finds Brody trailing the basket. Brody spins, puts it up, puts it in. Timeout called by Rob Palinostro. Evie splits the defense, fumbles the ball, has to shoot. Loving with the offensive rebound, can't get it to go. Evie coming off the screen. Suleiman backing down McCormack. Nice pass. Bourbon Rafe with the reverse finish to Bourbon Rafe. Screen from Carey. Bourbon Rafe going downhill. Good stance by Walsh. Suleiman has it. Reverse layup is good.
Touch on that. You might have got a bit of a deflection.
Suleiman skip pass. Evie open for three. Splashes it from downtown. Long screen comes from the Flyers. Anderson to Anderson. Anderson for three. Knocks it down. And that is a textbook. Bourbon Rafe. 3 seconds to go. Landolfi with the foul. Count it. And one. And Flynn Bourbon Rafe will guddle a line for a three-point play.
Really nice crossover here. Just getting Landolfi. Quick crossover. Foul. Contact and some more contact. And makes the...
Anderson to Zach Anderson. Back out to Joe Anderson. Zach Anderson again. Another three ball on the way. Another three ball drops. And Anderson now up to 13 points for the Bristol Flyers. Joe Anderson. Brody with the screen. Ball goes into Brody. Backing down on Menzies. Tough fadeaway jumper. Gets it to go. Darnell Brody.
He's going to take a trip to the bench, but Darnell Brody in the thick of the action.
Figures, 8 points, matches their biggest lead of the game so far. Anderson floats it up, Anderson floats it in. And it is a 10-point lead for the Flyers as they come out to Anderson for three. Bobbles in and out, and Holden does well to tip it out of bounds as Evan Walsh ends up in the front row. Great save by the Flyers. Joe Anderson for three, knocks it down. And here comes Don Carey the other way.
Yeah, I'd like to see Zach Anderson just catch and shoot that.
Nice pass inside, and Nate Martin with the two-handed flush. Evan Walsh gets it off in time. No good on the three, but a new 14 for the Flyers again, and Anderson knocks it down. Back-to-back threes. Don Carey Jr. finds Battle. Battle comes off the screen, step back, three ball on the way, knocks it down, and the foul. Raekwon Battle will gun the line for a 4-point play.
Joe, when he gets that three-point opportunity, just gets up there, rises high, and Walsh underneath him makes the play.
Anderson gets it to McCormack, looking for Zach Anderson. It's stolen away. Carey driving downhill. Holden. Nice move by Carey. Ball goes in quickly, but a timeout is called.
We'll see if it's just a play here. Yeah, takes off, able to adjust in the air, gets the roll, count it. Bristol Flyers need to talk things over, but yeah, a real resurgent Leicester Riders.
Well, they've half the lead here, Leicester.
Going to change things up, see how Flyers manage their offence against this 2-3.
5 on the shot clock. Anderson weaves his way through traffic. What an incredible move for the lefty finish. Yeah. Owen McCormack takes a seat for the Flyers. Marcus Delpesh back into the game. Ball goes into Loving. Flyers caught napping.
Yeah, Zach Anderson completely lost there, wasn't?
Skip pass across the top here to Joe Anderson. Again, Leicester sitting in this zone. Zach Anderson inside to Cam Holden. The baseline jam. Battle working his way through past Holden. It's going to be a goaltend as Holden. Brown chases down the offensive rebound. New 14 for Bristol. Anderson splits the defense. Oh, is denied by Martin. So it's Bristol's fourth offensive rebound of the game there. Johnson. Skip pass out to Battle. Battle in the corner. Battle drains the three. Coach Kapoulis calls a timeout by Martin, and you felt momentum now really shifting in Leicester's favour, and then the defensive breakdown just left Battle open for three in the corner. And now Carey thought about the three. 6 on the shot clock. It's Carey. 3-pointer on the way. Knocks it down. And Leicester Riders, their first lead of the game is Carey. Martin out to Battle. Battle turns the corner. Kicks it out. 3-pointer on the way. Knocks it down. Don Carey from the baseline.
And I feel Flyers will need a quick response.
And it was a poor third quarter for the Flyers as Holden. Screen comes from Martin. Carey still with it. Takes the two. Nice move. Don Carey with the step through for the soft touch around the rim.
Yeah, wonderful footwork there from Carey Jr.
Holden. Top to Joe Anderson. Zach Anderson with the screen. Ball goes into Anderson. Shot clock down away. Anderson backing down. It's a tough fadeaway jumper is short, but there's Brody on the rebound. And he gets it to go with the hook shot.
Presence in the middle.
Carey kicks it out. Johnson, baseline three, knocks it down. Is off this time. Anderson to Anderson. Back to Joe Anderson. Here comes another three for the Flyers, and this time is good. Stolen by Yoakum. And Will Yoakum off to the races. Will Yoakum to the basket, lays it up and in. And Coach Kapoulis,
Yoakum goes to the basket and scores.
Good hands by Brody as he throws it out of bounds.
Brody's got a mismatch inside of him, finding the ball.
Here he is, Darnell Brody. Darnell Brody throws it down. He had the mismatch. Loving coming off the screen. Takes the three. Inside to Martin Loving. Nice move. Loving with the reverse layup off the glass.
Leicester back into this 2-3 zone.
Anderson looking inside for Delpesh. He gets it to go. Off the beautiful dime by Joe Anderson. It's McCormack, thought about the three, back top to Anderson. Delpesh sets the screen, rolling to the basket. They've left Anderson open for a mid-range two, and he drains it. Johnson. Martin coming off the screen, kicks it out. Carey, thought about the three. Step back from downtown, splashes it on the wing. Anderson beats his defender. Battle knocks it loose. McCormack thought about the three. They've left Anderson wide open for three. And a quick 5 points for Joe Anderson here. Screen comes from McCormack. Rocks driving inside, nowhere to go. Scoops around and Loving with the block. Leicester Riders with the stop here. Top to Evie, guarded by Brown. Here's Bourman Raffay, fakes the pass. Menzies hands off to Evie for three. Drains it from downtown. Guarded by Bourman Raffay. Holden turns the corner. McCormack for three. Splashes it from downtown.
And that's what we get from their league's leading three-point score of 49% so far. McCormack.
Menzies calling for it inside. Ends up with him. He's got Cam Holden on him. Skip pass out to the corner for Spencer Johnson as he strings it from downtown.
Open for that three.
Couple of possessions left in this third quarter. It's Brown, nice move. He goes into McCormack. Here's Brown now. Yoakum coming off the screen. Yoakum downhill. Will Yoakum! Two-handed jam! Leicester with a new 14. Ball goes into Loving here. 8 on the shot clock. Evie cutting to the basket. Good hands by McCormack. Evie has to shoot with the shot clock winding down. Chases down his own rebound. Puts it in for 2. Here's Anderson. Screen comes from Brody. Anderson to Yoakum. Ball goes into Brody. Brody spins. Nice move. Darnell Brody with the finish. Leicester with the new 14. Martin now looking to back down on McCormack. Strings it with the turnaround jumper. Carey. Now Battle. Battle puts it on the floor. Pulls up for a mid-range 2. Knocks it down. Carey. Guarded by Holden. Pulls up for a mid-range 2. Strings it. And Coach Kapoulas looks to the table to say, yep, I'll have a timeout, please. Gets it to Joe Anderson. Now Holden, back to Joe Anderson. Open for 3. Knocks it down. The perfect play out of a timeout for Bristol.
Trying to make that home court advantage count.
Loving. The Battle. Battle pulls up for 3. Wow. Knocks it down at the other end. Incredible. Coach Kapoulas saying no foul from his team. Loving to the basket. Nice pass inside and it's stolen away. And there's the foul. Ball into Holden. Skip pass. JB. Baseline drive. Throws it. It blows the dunk. And that will do it. Well, that's just about sums up Bristol's afternoon, really. Leicester Riders picking up a 3rd straight win in the SLB.